All right, boys, ladies, let's call for your 15 minutes practice. Just a reminder on the format, it is 4 games. You will move one player to the right after each game.
With what? Thanks for letting me know you started a live stream.
You're welcome. All right. We have just started practice. While they practice, I'll be right back, and we'll get right into the 2017 Honor Roll Tournament. I'm going to have names for you as soon as I get back as well. Those of you just joining us, thank you for tuning in. We're still in practice at the 2017 Honor Roll Tournament. We're going to be getting into competition here very soon. And if you're not familiar with the format, I'll let you know. They'll be bowling 4 games, each game moving 1 pair to the right. It is all scratch. Honor Roll bowlers, no handicap. So again, 4 games, total pinfall scratch. First place is going to get $600. Second is $400. Third is $200. And on our pair in front of us, we're watching lanes 5 and 6. We have a youth bowler, Alex Dodds, Howard Stewart out of Buffalo Lanes, Irwin, Elmore James out of Buffalo Lanes, Mebane, Brian Dennis out of Buffalo Lanes North, Carl Kiger out of North, and Jesse Adam out of Buffalo South. So today when we're watching each pair, and again, they're going to be moving 1 pair to the right, so we're going to see 4 sets of pairs, 4 sets of bowlers, rather. We're going to be seeing bowlers from all different centers. Ricky set it up so that tried to have someone from every center on each pair. Obviously, not enough bowlers from each center to have that all together, but hopefully we'll get close to that. Again, bowling 4 games, total pinfall wins it. $600 to first place. We got about 2.5 minutes left in practice before we get started. And if you want to know where someone's bowling, know if someone's bowling and you're watching, just shoot me a comment on Facebook or here on YouTube, and I'll let you know where they're bowling. And I'll try to let you know how they're doing if you want to know that as well. And I know the quality isn't perfect. It is going to fluctuate a little bit throughout the day. I'll try to keep the stream as the best quality I can, but don't expect HD here. It is what it is. So I'll try to keep you updated as much as possible. Also, if you want to know scores, you can go to xbowling.com and search for Buffalo Lanes Irwin, and you'll get scores in real time. So Buffalo Lanes Irwin on xbowling.com, and you'll be able to see scores. When you go to X-Bowling, just click on Find the Center at the top. You'll be taken to a page where you can search for the center you're looking for. Just type in Buffalo Lanes Irwin and search. Should pop up. Yep. When you click on it, you'll see a little thing on the map pop up. You'll click View Live Scores. And it says there are no active lanes at Buffalo Lanes Irwin, so don't do that. I'll see if I can get that fixed. So we got about 30 seconds left in practice, and I will be right back as they finish up their practice. All right, we're back, and we have started, and Carl Kiger starts us off with a 7-2 open. Brian Dennis strikes there on lane 6. And Elmore James is going to come up on lane 5. Elmore James throws a nice strike. So we are on house shot. Not to take anything away from these bowlers, but should be a really high scoring day. Jesse Adams going to throw his shot on 6. And nice strike from him. Jesse Adams, he's an interesting bowler. I bowled with him for a little while back in the day. If I can say back in the day. Am I old enough to say back in the day? Anyways, he actually bowled left-handed for a year. He's a right-hander, and he switched to left-hander for years because I guess he got a little bored. But now he's back to right-handed. As Carl Kiger leaves a 4-pin, and our youth bowler on this pair, Alex Dodds, throws a nice strike. He starts off 9 spare strike in game 1. Carl Kiger spares up in frame 2. And that'll bring up Howard Stewart on 6, who struck in frame 1. It looks like a good ball in frame 2. It is high flush. He doubles up to start game 1. Brian Dennis throws. Strike for Brian Dennis. And he doubles on lane 5. We have some high average bowlers here today. We had several bowlers from several centers averaging in the 230s. We also have A.J. Van Fleet today, and I believe he'll come to the TV pair at some point. But A.J. Van Fleet holds the state record for 3-game series, shot 899 earlier this year. As Jesse Adams pulls, hits head pin, but leaves the 369. Elmore James throws on 6. Looks like it gets a little wide. Hits pretty light, but trips 7-pin late for a double to start game 1. And Jesse misses his spare. Carl's going to start frame 3 on 6. Oh, it looks like a good ball, but a little late to the head pin, leaves a 10-pin. Alex Dodds comes in light, had the 2-4 standing. 2-7. 7 goes late and leaves the 2-pin. Carl throws it as 10. Needs to get out there. He gets it. I was a little worried. I don't know if he was. Alex throwing at the 2-pin. Gets it. So Alex starts off 9 spare strike, 9 spare. And Brian Dennis will try to keep his strikes going. Throwing on lane 6. Looks like he pulled a little bit. He did. Goes high, but trips a lot. Grabs his face because it wasn't pretty. But it's a turkey. Howard Stewart throws on 5. And he strikes. He starts off game 1 with a turkey. So like I said, should have some high scores today. All honor roll bowlers, all these bowlers here today shot an honor score in a Buffalo Lane center as Jesse Adams throws a flush strike. Ace goes strike, open, strike. Again, if you want to know scores, go to X Bowling and search for Buffalo Lanes Irwin. I fixed it, I promise. It is showing scores now. As Elmore throws, going to hit light again, but trips out that 7-pin, gets himself another strike. He starts off with a turkey as well. Alex throws. Looks like he crossed over. I couldn't really see. Leaves the 6-10. I need like a lifeguard stand so I can like see over all the bowlers. It doesn't help that I'm like 5'2". Alex Todd spares up. He stays clean through 4. And Carl Kiger is going to try and keep this spare game going on lane 5. Throw from Carl. Looks like he pulled it. He did. Goes through the nose, leaves the 3-6-10. And Howard Stewart throwing his 4th frame on 6. Looks like a good ball. Oh, it's the commentator jinx. I say it looks like a good ball, and he leaves a 7-pin. He did hit pocket. Carl spares up. Again, if you want to know where someone's bowling or know how they're doing, just let me know. I can let you send a comment here on YouTube or on Facebook, and I'll try to let you know where they are. Howard Stewart spares, and he starts off turkey and then spare in the 4th frame. Brian Dennis going to try and keep it going. It's a much better ball than last time. Came in a little late and had the 10-pin standing, but he's got a lot of power, a lot of entry angle, so the head pin bounces off kickback, gets the 10-pin for a handball. Elmore. Light hit. Ooh, head 10-pin, but trips it out late. He has a handball. That'll bring up Jesse Adam on lane 5. Nice ball from Jesse. Wow. Wow, leaves 7-pin. He had pins flying everywhere, but 7-pin still stands. Carl tosses. 10-pin again. It's disheartening. You throw good balls. That's his second 10-pin on that lane. You throw good balls, hit pocket, leave pins like the 10-pin. But if you've ever watched my Junior Gold broadcast, I always say there is always a reason you left the 10-pin. Now, is there a tiny chance that the pins were offset? Sure, but usually it's that ball coming in late to the head pin, behind the head pin, and 10-pin stands. As he picks it up, Alex Dodd's going to shoot on 5. Good ball from Alex, our youth bowler on this pair. So Alex is going to have a 78 in the 4th, and he's got a strike in the 5th. Brian Dennett's going to try and keep it going on 6. Gets that one real wide. Hits light, leaves the 2-pin. His first non-strike of the game. And Howard gonna roll on 5. Looks good, looks good. 10 pin. Real flat 10 pin. That's Blake Buffaloe on 7. Misses a spare. Brian Dennis spares up. I can't really commentate on 7 and 8 because you really can't see 7 and 8, but I'm going to talk about Blake Buffaloe. And Howard, gets a little friction, gets that 10 pin, and he starts off turkey 9 spare. So he's at 98 in the 4th and got a spare in the 5th. And Jesse comes in light again, leaves the 2-5. Elmore, only one still perfect here. Going to try and get his 5th on lane 5. Oh, man. Ball just never got right. Goes through the nose, leaves the 3-6. Elmore picks it up. So while it's not a strike, it is a spare. And that's going to bring up Alex Dodds on lane 6. Good shot from Alex. He strikes. That'll be a double. And Carl Kiger going to start his 6th frame. Looks like he switched bowling balls. Maybe. I could be wrong. And Carl comes in a little high, leaves the 9 pin, trips out the 4 late. As Howard strikes again. And he's at 118 in the 5th with a strike in the 6th. Carl spares up. Elmore's coming up on lane 6. Elmore hits light, leaves the 2-4-8. Blake Buffaloe throws on 7. He comes in heavy, leaves a 9 pin. He is struggling on a house shot. Brian Dennis tosses. Looks good. He came in heavy again, very high, but knocks them all down. Jesse comes in high, leaves 9 pin. Everybody coming in high. Looks like lanes are starting to hook a little bit more halfway through game 1. Carl tosses, gets himself a strike, his first strike of the game, and he celebrates.
Attention viewers, just a reminder that brackets are available at the front. Please sign up before the second game. Again, brackets are available. Sign up at the front.
Oh, and there's brackets available, just in case you viewers want to go get in some brackets. Jesse spares up. Brian Dennis strikes again. So he gets back on track. He started off handball, then went 9 spare, and now he's got another double. Alex going to try and get a turkey here going into the 7th frame. Looks good from Alex. Oh. Ball just continued through the pocket. Leaves a 9-pin. Didn't look very high, but leaves 9-pin. Jesse started way left. Not getting it way right, though. Starting pretty deep. Kind of throwing it right at the 3-pin. And it's working out. He gets another strike as Alex misses his spare, his first open of the game. Howard tosses on 5. Looks good. Oh, yeah. He gets himself a double. He's got his ball to roll out perfectly right into the pocket. And Alex is going to come up on 6.
Yeah, you streaming it out on YouTube?
Elmore leaves a 6-pin. Alex throws at a 7-pin. Alex spares up, gets himself back on track. He had an open in the last frame, but he gets a spare there as Elmore goes for a 6-pin. He spares. After starting with a handball, he's gone 8 spare, 7 spare, 9 spare. And Carl starting his 8th frame. Oh, looks like a good ball. And commentator Jinx again. I gotta stop doing that. We're just gonna watch and enjoy. But he goes high, leaves 4-pin. Howard throwing on 6, little light, mixes them up, gets that 4 and 7 down. As Blake goes Brooklyn, trips out the 6 for a double. Carl shooting at the 4-pin. He spares up. Carl's going to be at 123 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th. I'll look around and see if we got anything going, any big scores. Looks like we got several 279 paces, including one on this pair. I don't see any perfect games going right now. As Elmore throws a nice shot, strikes on lane 6. Brian Dennis going to look to get a turkey here on lane 5. Nice shot from Brian. He strikes. Jesse leaves a 5-pin. I was not paying attention, and I had no idea how he left that 5-pin. Probably by throwing a bowling ball as Carl spares up in his 9th frame. Jesse misses the 5-pin. He opens in the 8th. Nice ball from Brian. Gets that 10-pin out late for another handball. So he'll go into the 10th frame on another 4-bagger. Alex Dodds goes high. Ooh. Had the 4-7-9 standing. Gets that 9 and the 7 out. So he'll have a 4-pin to shoot at. Nowhere near as bad as a 4-7-9. Jesse's going to throw his 9th frame. Strikes. That was a good shot. Alex spares in the 9th. That'll bring Howard Smith up. Howard Stewart, not Howard Smith. A good shot from him. Leaves a 10-pin. I said good shot again. It's my fault. Alex throws a strike in the 10th frame. Howard going to shoot at a 10-pin. Howard misses his 10-pin, so it'll be his first open of the game. Alex looks like he changed balls, moved left. He doubles in the 10th frame. So he's at 194, one more. Put him at 204 for game 1. And Alex gets wide on that one, way wide. 7 counts, leaves the 1-2-4. He finishes at 201 for game 1. Elmore had a 4-9 to shoot at. Gets the 4, doesn't get the 9. His first open of the game. So Howard starting his 10th frame. He's at 205 in the 9th, coming off an open. This is a little right, leaves the 1-2-8-9. Carl starting his 10th. Oh yeah, a little high. Gets the 9-pin late. 10 came off the kickback, spun around, knocked it out. Strikes in the 10th. Howard spares up. He'll have a fill ball in the 10th frame. And Blake finishes at 209. Carl doubles in the 10th. He's at 180. He can strike one more time for a 190. Howard, 9 counts. He finishes with a 224 in game 1. Carl leaves 10th in on that last ball. He's going to finish at 189 in game 1. Elmore throws. Oh, man. Goes nose, leaves the 3-6-10. Brian throws a strike in frame 1. The first ball in the 10th frame. Elmore looking to spare up. He does, so he'll have a field ball in the 10th. He's at 202. Can strike for a 212. Brian Dennis, 10 pin there. He was on 279 pace. He's at 258. He can spare up here for a 268. Elmore leaves a 7 pin. So he 9 counts. He's at 211 for game 1. And that'll bring up one more bowler here on 5 and 6. Jesse Adam looking to finish strong. High, almost goes to the nose, leaves a 9 pin. Jesse misses the 9 pin. So he'll finish game 1 at 147.
Back 6, baby. Almost back 6.
Blake Buffaloe grinds out a 209.
I couldn't slide it all first half. I'm like, I couldn't do it.
So that'll do it for game 1. Still got a couple bowlers finishing up on 3 and 4, and as soon as they're done, they're going to move over, and we'll start game 2. Again, bowling 4 games here today, and it is scratch. So 4 games total. First place takes home $600, second $400, and third place will take $200. If you want to know where someone's bowling, let me know and I'll let you know, or how they're doing after game 1. As soon as I get scores, I'll let you know. You can also follow on X Bowling. Go to xbowling.com, click on Find a Center, and then search for Irwin, and then click View Live Scores, and you can see live scores. I'll be right back as we wait for these bowlers to finish up game 1. All right, here we go in game 2. And moving over to our pair, we're going to have Chris Arroyo, Jerry Bell. Oh, let me start that over. Chris Arroyo out of Cary, Jerry Bell out of Buffalo Lanes, Irwin, Linwood Elliott out of Irwin, Lynn Hilliker out of South, Artis Burnett from Mebane, David Morrell out of North, and Mike Barnes out of South.
Yeah, it helps if you look at the right spot.
Chris Arroyo starts us off with a strike. Artis Burnett gets a 5-pin. As soon as I have scores for game 1, I will let you know what they are. At least I'll let you know top 5. We're paying top 3, so I'll let you know top 5. Artis Burnett spares up. Linwood Elliott throws a strike. And David Morrell leaves the 1-2-4-10. David spares it up. Nice pickup. I'll bring up Jerry Bell on 6. He comes in a little light, leaves the 10-pin. And Mike Barnes will be our final bowler to start game 2 here on lane number 5.
Happy birthday, man. Is it on the Buffalo page? It's on
Chris Arroyo starting frame 2 on lane 5. Our left-handed two-hander. Nice shot from him. Gets the 5-pin out. Does not get the 10-pin though. And Artis leaves a 9-pin. Oreo shooting at his 10. He gets it. Nice spare for him. He starts off strike 9 spare. Artis spares up. He starts off 9 spare, 9 spare. Linwood, little light, had the 5-7. 7 comes out a little late, but still has that 5-pin to shoot at. Light hit for David. He leaves the 2-4-5. Linwood spares. He starts off strike at 9 spare. Nice spare for David. Now he starts off 6 spare, 7 spare. Jerry Bell with a light strike, starting off 9 spare strike. And Mike Barnes going to throw his second frame on lane 6. Mike misses left, leaves the 3-6-10. Artist, light hit, 2-4-5-7 to shoot at. Mike misses his spare. He'll open up in frame 2. Again, if you're just joining us, they're bowling 4 games. They're in game 2 now. 4 games total scratch. We're going to determine our positions. First place takes $600. Second place is $400. And third place is $200. With Artist Burnett throwing his third spare. Here comes Chris Arroyo, or as his UVA shirt says, Buttercup. Buttercup throws. Nice ball. He strikes. Linwood goes a little high. Leaves the 3-6-9-10. Yeah, 3-6-9-10. I can't really see the 9, but I know it's there because it says 6 count on the screen. And David going to throw his third frame on lane 5. Oh, nice shot. That's a strike. His first strike of the game. And Linwood spares. And he starts off strike, 9 spare, 6 spare. And again, if you want to know live scores, go to xbowling.com, search for Buffaloe Lanes Irwin, and you can view up-to-date scores on every pair. Mike Barnes hits light, leaves the 2-4-5-7. Mr. State Record himself joining us. As Jerry Bell throws a strike on lane 6, and Mike Barnes opens up again. That'll bring up Artists. Mevin Bowler on this pair. Artist throwing his fourth frame. Looks good. A little high. Leaves the 4-7. Chris Arroyo. I think it hit a little light. Leaves a 6-spin. I say a lot. Little light, little high, a little. Artist with a little throw. Gets a little spare. Chris Arroyo with a spare. So he's gone strike twice on lane 6, 9 spare twice on lane 5. Got to get that lane 5 down. Good throw from David. That's a double for David. Is that our first double on the pair? No, it is not. Jerry Bell has a double. Linwood Elliott tossing on 5. Oh, leaves the bucket. 2, 4, 5, 8. Mike Barnes tripping the 6-pin now forward with a strike. Nice pickup for Linwood. He'll go strike, spare, spare, spare. Arroyo, the lefty, strikes again on lane 6. Jerry Bell trying to get a turkey. He gets it. So 9 spare turkey for Jerry Bell. Linwood Elliott walking away from this shot. He knew that was a strike. He wanted to turn around too, but he kept watching it. Artis tossing on 5. Got to be high, leaves the 4-pin. Artis opens up there, misses that 4-pin. His first opener of the game. He had started off 4 spares in a row, but opens in the 5th. David looking for a turkey on 5. Light hit, leaves double wood, 2-8. Jerry Bell, oh, he may have pulled that. Yeah, that comes in heavy. Leaves the 9-pin. David trying to cover up this 2-8 and hits the 2-pin, but the ball just didn't have enough juice. Bounced right off the 2, didn't get the 8. Jerry spares up. And he starts out 9 spare, turkey 9 spare. He got a little bit worried about that spare. Ball looked like it was going to keep going. Oh, Mike crosses over, goes Brooklyn for a strike. Double for him. That'll bring up Artis on lane 6 and Buttercup on lane 5. Nice shot for Artis, his first strike of the game. So Chris has spared twice on this lane, struck every time on the other lane. See what he can do this time on lane 5. He goes through the nose, leaves the 4, 7, 8. David Morrell approaching on 6. Oh. Hits pocket. It was incredibly light pocket. I didn't say little. Incredibly light. Chris Royo spares up, but he leaves the 7, 8, 10.
Sorry, I was.
Almost the entire back row. I think he's throwing urethane. Ball just hit really light. He tries to throw it pretty hard. He doesn't get any of them. That is, you don't see that very often with these bowlers. 7, 8, 10. All right. Linwood Elliott throws a double. Mike Barnes on 6. Goes to the nose, leaves the 4, 6. Jerry Bell throws a strike on 5. Mike Barnes gets the 6 pin, doesn't get the 4, so he'll open up his second open of the game. Nice shot from Artis. Slides that 5 pin over for a double. Oh, Chris has struck every time on this lane. See if he can do it again. He does not. Ball just never got up. Hit behind the head pin, leaves the 6, 9. David trying to get back on track. This ball hits light, leaves the 2 pin. Chris, chops out the 6, doesn't get the 9. His first open of the game. Oh, and David misses his 2 pin. Third open in a row. Linwood Elliott. Good shot. Turkey for Linwood. Mike Barnes leaves the 2, 4, 5 on lane 5. Jerry Bell, light hit, gets the 10 pin. He's got a good game going. That's a double for him. He's at 119 in the 5th, and got a double strike in the 6th and the 7th. Mike Barnes opens up. That's his second open in a row. Again, if there's a particular bowler you want to know how they're doing or where they're bowling, just throw a comment down in YouTube or on Facebook, and I'll do my best to let you know. Actually, I'll probably ignore you. I'm just kidding. No, I'll try to let you know. I don't have scores yet for game 1. As soon as I do, I'll let you know those. As Artist throws a turkey, had his first strike of the game in frame 6, and he has continued it, striking 6th, 7th, and 8th. Chris Arroyo, Buttercup, going to come up on lane 5. He opened last frame. Ooh. Hits pocket, but ball just continues through, leaves the 8 pin. David Morrell definitely pulled that one. Going to go Brooklyn. Get some pins to mix up. Gets that 10 pin down late for a strike in the 8th. Chris has an 8 pin to throw at. He misses the 8 pin, and Stephen McClanahan laughs at him. And I think Stephen McClanahan's going to come to our pair. So if he misses a single pin, I'm going to laugh at him. Speaking of Stephen McClanahan, since he laughed at Chris Arroyo for missing a single pin, he just came back from Junior Gold. And his last game of the tournament shot 105? I think it was 105. Just saying. As Mike Barnes strikes. And Linwood Elliott starts to walk away from that shot, gets the 4 and the 9 late. I'm not sure what hit the 9, but gets the 4 and the 9 out for a strike. That's 4 in a row for him. Hambone. Chris Arroyo. There was a nice shot on 6. Had pins moving around, but couldn't get the 7 pin out. So 7 pin shot for him. I'm going to go see if I can get scores for game 1. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I got some scores after game one. So again, paying top 3, and there's 69 bowlers. So I'll give you top 8. We're paying top no paying top 3. So top 8. So first place right now is Billy McGowan with 268. Tied with him with second place is Brian Dennis at 268. Third is Mike Stanton with a 267. Fourth, Randy McWilliams with a 259. Fifth, Brad Savage at 258. Sixth, AJ Van Fleet with 257. Seventh is Nick Senzaprano at 255. And in eighth is Connor Barber at 255. Again, paying top 3, 600 to first, 400 to second, 200 to third. There's someone you'd like to know on that list, just let me know and I'll throw out their score. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties here on 5 and 6. They got a score correction. Artist is going to start us off in frame 10. He goes nose, leaves the 7-pin stand at 2, leaves the 3, 6, 7, 10. And Chris Arroyo finally strikes on lane 5 for his first ball in 10th frame. Artist almost picks it up, gets the 3, 6, 10, doesn't get the 7. So he finishes with an open and a 174 for game 2. Chris didn't strike at all on lane 5 this whole game, but has 2 here in the 10th frame. David Morrell starting off his 10th frame with a strike. Chris goes jersey on that one, leaves the 4-pin. Going to finish at 185 for game 2. He had 235 game 1, so quite a drop in game 1. Definitely going to take some high scores to stay at the top here today. David Morrell pulls that one. Leaves the 1, 2, 5, 10. Linwood Elliott, nice ball. He strikes. I said nice ball after it hit the pins, so I didn't jinx him. David Morrell looking to pick up these 4 pins, gets 3 of them. He'll finish at 168 for game 2. Linwood Elliott strikes. No, he doesn't. Leaves the 8-pin. I'm live streaming. Every once in a while I get somebody asking me a question. Sometimes I mute it. Sometimes I can't get to it. So you're here in real life. It's crazy. Linwood spares up. He finishes at 222 for game 2. Linwood shot 209 game 1. Elmore James waving at the camera as he walks by. Mike Barnes goes nose, leaves the 3, 9, 10.
I'm moving this way.
Jerry Bell misses right, leaves the 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. I say 1, 3, 1, 2, 4. I don't know what I said. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10 is what he left. Nice pickup from Mike. Picks up the 3, 9, 10. He finishes at 172 for game 2. And Jerry Bell spares it. He's at 220. Can strike one more time for a 230. Jerry shots. Well, I don't see his name. 179 game 1. All right, so Jerry Bell's got one more ball to throw, and then we've got 3 more people to finish up on 3 and 4 before they move over. Nice shot for Jerry. He strikes, finishes with 230 for game 2. So that will do it for our second game. Again, bowling 4 games, so we got 2 more to go. And we'll get started again as soon as 3 and 4 are finished. So I'll be right back. All right, looks like they're finishing up. There are 69 bowlers. Sorry, somebody asked me a question. But there are 69 bowlers, so 69 entries. Again, this was an invitational tournament, so everyone that shot an honor score in a Buffalo Lanes Bowling Center over the past year would do this every year. First place is going to be $600. Second place, $400. Third place is $200. Bowling 4 games. We are going into our third game, and we're going to have wrong sheet. There we go. We're going to have Matt Hodges from Buffalo Cary, Harold Starling from Buffalo Irwin, AJ Van Fleet, Mr. 899 from Mebane, David McDaniel from Buffalo North, Mike Stanton from South, and Ronnie Hicks from South. Oh, and Lynn Hilliker. He was supposed to be on a different pair, but I think he got moved over. So Lynn Hilliker is going to be on this pair as well. I'm going to have to remember that. As David McDaniel starts us off with a 9-pin, and Matt Hodges trips out that 5-pin for a strike to start off his third game. David throws at his 9, takes it out. Harold Starling throws on 5, leaves a 10-pin. Mike Stanton starting his third game on lane 6. Ooh, look good. Leaves 10-pin. Harold spares up. Mike Stanton spares up. That'll bring Lynn Hilliker up on lane 6. And our state record holder, AJ Van Fleet, will come up on lane 5, wherever he is. He disappeared. Lynn goes through his motions and throws the ball. Little light. I said it again, a little. But it was a little light. Leaves a 2-pin. Pick up from Lynn Hilliker. He starts off 9 spare. And I'm not sure where AJ Van Fleet is. He's up on lane 5. But Matt Hodges is going to start off frame 2 on lane 6. Light hit. Trips to 5 for a double. Here is AJ throwing frame 1 on lane 5. Nice shot from him. He strikes. David McDaniel going to throw his second frame. Waiting for lane 4 and waiting for pin setter. Good shot from David. Mixes him up for a strike in frame 2. Harold Starling strikes in frame 2. Mike Stanton tosses. 10 pin. Another 10 pin for him. AJ leaves the 2 pin. And Lynn leaves the 3-6. AJ picks up his 2 pin. Lynn's going to throw it to 3-6. And that'll bring up David McDaniel on lane 6. Nice pickup from Lynn Hilliker. David tosses his 3rd frame. Nice throw. That's a strike. Double for David. Now Hodges looking to stay perfect. High. Oh, man. 7 pin should have fallen, but doesn't. I guess you can't say it should have because it didn't. Leaves a 7-9. Pocket hit. And he grabs the 7 pin, doesn't get the 9. That's a tough break. Mike Stanton looks like he pulled down a little bit. Maybe not. Flush. Harold Starling lining up on lane 5. Strike for Harold. That's a double. And Lynn Hilliker staring down lane 6. Looks like a good shot. Oh, yeah. He strikes. His first strike of the game. AJ tosses on 5. Trips out several pins for a strike. And he starts off strike, 9 fair strike, as Matt leaves a 9 pin. At least it's not the 7-9 like last time. Nice shot from David. That's a turkey for him. He goes 9 spare turkey, and Matt Hodges spares up, coming off that open frame. Mike Stanton going to throw frame 4 on lane 5. Good shot from Mike. Gets the 10 late. A double from Stanton. All right, I have scores after game 2. Again, I'm going to give you the top 8. We pay out the top 3. And I'm going to add some suspense and wait a second. So again, we paid the top 3. Sorry, I was reading something. We paid the top 3. I'm going to give you the top 8. After 2 games out of 4. First place right now is Randy McWilliams, 259, 279 for a 538. Second place right now, Nick Cinzoprano, 255, 280 for a 535. Third place is AJ Van Fleet, who we're watching right now, 257, 257 for a 514. Fourth is Nathan Heiser, 227, 279 for a 506. Fifth, Connor Barber, 255, 231 for a 486. Sixth, Mike Stanton, who we are also watching, 267, 218 for a 485. Seventh is Ron Bass, 206, 279 for a 485 and an 8. Alan Quinn, 247, 236 for a 483. So, we have 69 entries right now. After 2 games, we have 44 bowlers that are plus. If that gives you any indication at how high these scores are going to be. Right now, first place is plus 138. Now, it is house shot, so that's definitely going to up the scores a little bit. AJ Van Fleet spares up. I'll bring up Matt Hodges and David McDaniel. Matt Hodges throwing on 5. Matt Hodges looks to have made a ball change. Hits pocket, the ball just deflects right, leaves the 5-7. And David McDaniel strikes as AJ Van Fleet just notices he's in the camera. And Matt misses the 5 and the 7. He opens up his second open of the game. Mike Stanton looking to get a turkey. Ooh, through the nose, but trips the 4 and the 7 for a turkey.
Always make it for 4.
Harold Starling, he goes high as well. Wow. He had the 4, 6, 8? Yeah, I think it was the 8. No. I don't know. he had a lot standing, but trips out the 6 and whatever was behind the 6. Maybe it was the 5 pin. Maybe it was the 3. I'm having a rough time here. Maybe it was the 3, 4, 5, and the 5 fell into the 3. I think that's what it was. He's only got the 4 pin standing. That's what we're going to go with right now. Is Lynn hits light, gets a strike though, and he gets back on track. He's only had strikes on that lane. Harold Starling going to try and get this 4 pin because again, all we're talking about is that he has a 4 pin left. He spares up. Matt Hodges, nice shot from him. He recovers after going open spare. Open, he strikes on lane 6.
You got standings up too.
AJ Van Fleet leaving the 7 pin. He had struck both times previously on that lane, but leaves a 7 pin there. AJ spares up. He's gone strike, spare, strike, spare, spare. David McDaniel throwing on 6. Oh, excuse me, on lane 5. The 6 frame. Strikes. 5 bagger for him. Harold sends it on 6. Good shot. Strike for him. Mike Stanton. Good ball. Handballing for Mike. I should start saying strikes like an umpire. Be pretty cool, eh? Probably be pretty annoying, actually. AJ pulls that one, goes nose, leaves the Greek church. The 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. Looked like he was going to have a run at it. Misses the 9 pin, though. Gets the 6 and the 10. He opens up. Got a 101 in the 6. Again, if you want to have live scores, go to xbowling.com. Click Find a Center. Search for Buffaloe Lanes Irwin. And click View Live Scores. You can see up-to-date scores in real time. Oh, man. Lynn's ball flew. Just never got to its break point. Turned way too early. Goes for the nose. Leaves the 3, 6, 10. David McDaniel hits pocket. 7 pin goes down late for a strike. 6 in a row for David. Mike Stanton. Frame 7, lane 6. Strike. 5 in a row for Mike Stanton. Matt Hodges throws on 5. Good ball. Leaves 10 pin. Flat 10 on lane 5. Nice pickup for Matt. If he spares up, he'll be at 102 in the 6th. Harold Starlin lining up on lane 5. Oh, ball just rolled out. Leaves the 2-4-8. Lynn definitely got that one right that time. Strikes. Recovers from that open frame in the 6th. Oh. Harold hits the 2-4, doesn't get the 8 pin though, it just splits it. So he opens in the 7th. He'll be at 147 in the 7th. Matt pulled that one, but strikes. Goes Brooklyn. Strikes in the 8th. AJ Van Fleet throws on 5. Looks good. Oh, yeah. He strikes.
Happy birthday.
David hits light, ends his streak. He had 6 in a row, leaves the 2-4-5. All right. Sorry, I'm typing a little bit, so apologize if I'm not talking constantly as usual. But we have Chris Arroyo with 9 in a row. I'm about to turn the camera towards him. So we'll get shaky here for a second. Just give me 1 second and I'll turn it. So I turn the camera and he leaves a 6-8. So I'm going to turn the camera back. Oh, we tried to get a 300 on film. All right, back to our pair. Matt Hodges coming up for frame 9 on lane 5. Nice strike from him. He doubles up. David going to come up for his 9th frame. Goes Brooklyn, leaves the 9 pin. Harold Starling goes nose, but the head pin, or maybe it was actually the 2 pin because it did go to the nose. The 2 pin comes off. The kickback takes out the 6'10" for a strike.
I did not think that was a 6'8".
I didn't think so either.
I thought that was a 7'.
If you're tuning in because I was going to turn the camera to Chris Arroyo, it has already happened. He left a 6'8" in the first ball in the 10th, so he finished at 266. Mike Stanton goes to the nose, leaves the 3-6-10. Who shot 300?
He lost in a bracket at Mega Ball, shooting 299.
Nobody shot 300. Thought somebody said someone did, but AJ Van Fleet has a 7 pin to shoot at, and Mike Stanton shooting at the 3-6-10. He picks it up. AJ Spares. And Lynn Hilliker will wait to shoot his 9th frame. Nope. Coming up for his 9th frame.
He said he's undecided. It all depends on if you want to make a wager. I will make a wager.
Lynn. Ball just never hooked. Leaves a 2 pin. He spares. And David threw his first strike in the 10th, so he's at 236. Can strike 2 more times for 256 in game 3. And he strikes the 2nd time, so he'll have 1 more shot. Matt Hodges steps up for frame 10. And Matt hits head pin, but very light. Not just a little, it was very light. Leaves a 2. Spare from Matt. Then we'll have a fill ball in the 10th frame as David strikes again, finishes out the game with a turkey, and 2:56 for game 3. Mike Stanton. Oh, leaves 7 pin. Strike for Matt on the fill. Finishes out game 3 at 191. Mike shooting at the 7 pin. Needs the hook. Mike Stanton opens up, finishes at 234 for a game 3. Harold Starling coming off a strike in the 9th. Throws his 10th frame, leaves the 7-10. Pocket, 7-10. Gets the 7, doesn't get the 10, so he opens up in frame 10 for a game 3 score of 195. And Len Hilliker and AJ Van Fleet will be our last 2 bowlers up. Len strikes for his first in the 10th. AJ, oh, nice shot. Leaves a 9 pin though. Lynn with another strike in the 10th. He's at 195. He can strike one more time for 205. AJ spares. He's at 169. Can strike on the fill for 179. Yeah, if you clicked on the link, see what Chris Arroyo did. He had 9 in a row, shot 266. He left a 6-8 for his first ball in that 10th. Lynn Hilliker strikes again, finishes with a turkey for a 205 in game 3. AJ 9 counts, finishes at 178 for game 3. All right, so frames. Words are difficult. Lanes 3 and 4 are finishing up their 10th frame. So as soon as they finish up their 10th frame, they're going to move over here to lanes 5 and 6 and throw their last game, game 4. Again, this is a 4-game tournament, all scratch, paying out the top 3. $600 for first place, $400 for second, and $200 for third. So we're just waiting for them to finish up their 10th, and we'll get right back in, and I will be right back as we wait for them to finish. All right, I'm back, and we're in our game 4, final game. John Walsh throwing his first frame on lane 5. He strikes, light strike. And let me tell you who we have bowling on this pair now. And we have Bill Hickey. Stephen McClanahan, who is a youth bowler out of Cary. Bill Hickey's out of Cary. DeLon Colvin, or NC, out of Irwin. Robbie Adams out of South. Brian McLeod out of South, although he bowls Irwin as well. Eddie Zabrowski out of South, and John Walsh, Buffalo South. How you doing? Oh, really? All right, I'm back. I promise. Oh, I got a lot of bowlers. 7 bowlers. With Robbie Adams throwing on lane 6, leaves the 2-pin. Robbie Adams spares up. That'll bring up Bill Hickey on lane 5, and Eddie Zabrowski is going to come up on lane 6. No, that is wrong. Eddie Zabrowski already came up. He spared on lane 5. But Bill Hickey is throwing on lane 5, and he strikes. Starts off with a double. Stephen McClanahan is supposed to be up on lane 6, and I don't know where he is.
Coming.
Here comes Steven. Again, we'll talk about Steven's, I think it was a 105 game at Junior Gold Nationals. His final game at Junior Gold Nationals. It looks like a good throw from him. Oh, yeah, good ball. He strikes. Frame 1, game 4. Brian McLeod doubles up in game 4. John Walsh says, see, there you go. That's all you got to do. Just throw strikes. It's that simple. NC tosses on lane 5. Good ball from him. Mixes him up. Doesn't get the 7, though. So he'll have a 7-pin to shoot at. Steven says you got to keep him waiting. I told them about your 105 at Junior Gold Nationals. It was 105, right? 106, excuse me. Excuse me, I left 1 pin out.
Wow. Don't make it worse than it already is.
NC spares up. He goes 9 spare, 9 spare. John Walsh throwing at a 10-pin. He spares up. He said he was having some troubles with the approaches, which if you've never bowled here, it can be a little difficult because They are synthetic. Robbie Adams is a 7-pin. They are synthetic approaches, so that they're already tacky, but they're not very old. This bowling center is 7 years old now. Man, 7 or 8 years old. It's. I think it's 8. Time flies. But they're fairly new synthetic approaches, so they can be pretty tacky. And if you're used to bowling on wood approaches like south or north, they'll definitely get you. Robbie Adams spares up. He goes 9 spare to start off game 4. And Eddie Zabrowski's got a 1-2-8-10 to shoot at. Oh, almost had it. Got the 1-2-8, couldn't get the 10. He starts off 9 spare open. Stephen McClanahan throws another good shot. He doubles. Bill Hickey. Light hit leaves the 4-pin. And Brian McLeod on 5. Nice shot. Head pin comes off kickback, takes out the 10-pin for another strike. Bill Hickey misses his 4-pin. He doubles and opens. John Walsh. Nice shot. He strikes. On lane 5. He's going strike, spare, strike. NC going to throw his 3rd frame on lane 6. Nice shot from NC. That's a strike. His first strike of the game. So if you're just joining us, because I see there's several new viewers, they're bowling 4 games. We're in game 4 as Eddie Zabrowski throws a nice strike, trips the 7 and the 10. Again, they're in their 4th game of 4 games. It is scratch, paying out the top 3, $600 for first place, $400 for second, $200 for third. And as soon as I have scores after 3, I'll let you know. And if you'd like to know where someone is, lane or standings-wise, just throw a comment down on YouTube or Facebook, and I will let you know. Oh, talk about scores and I get them. How about that? Bill Hickey throws a strike. And Robbie Adams has a 2-pin to shoot at. This will be his 3rd spare in a row if he gets it. All right, so scores after game 3. I'll give you the top 8 again. Again, paying the top 3. First place still, Randy McWilliams with a 790. Second place, Nick Senzaprano with a 768. Third, Ron Bass with a 749. Fourth, Mike Stanton with a 719. Fifth, Rick Sargent with a 718. Fifth is Rick Sargent. Counting is very difficult. Sixth is Robert Hayes with a 715. Eighth, Brian Dennis with a 707. NC with a strike. Makes that 7-pin fall. That's a double for NC. And Stephen McClanahan with the front 3. Brian McLeod comes up for frame 4. Oh, Robbie Adams is actually throwing. I couldn't see him. Hey, Robbie Adams misses right and leaves the 1-2. Now Brian McLeod throws his fourth frame. Nice shot from him. 4 in a row. Handball to start game 4. Robbie Adams spares up. Man, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Robbie Adams has started 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, 8 spare. Also, if you want to know live scores, go to expolling.com, search for Buffalo Lanes Irwin, and click on View Live Scores. You can see up-to-date, real-time scores as John Walsh comes in light, leaves the 2-8. Stephen McClanahan, goes to the nose, leaves the Greek Church 4-6, 7-9, 10. Stephen gets 3 of them. Gets the 6, 9, 10, his first open of the game. John shoots at his 2-8. Picks him up. He is struck twice on lane 5, spared twice on lane 6. And Brian McLeod, big power guy, throws a 5-bagger to start his game 4. Eddie Zabrowski on lane 6. Looks good. Oh, yeah. It's a strike. He doubles.
Yeah, they're doing okay. Whenever I used to write my...
Nice shot from Bill Hickey. A little high, but gets a strike. So he starts off strike, open, strike. And John Walsh leaves a flat 10 pin over on 5. NC throwing on 6. Looks good. Yeah, gets that 10-pin trip. Turkey for NC. John Walsh misses his 10-pin. Still having problems with the approaches. They are tacky. So John opens up. He's at 88 in the 5th. Robbie Adams goes to the nose, leaves the 3-pin. Eddie Zabrowski with a nice shot. Strike for him. That's a turkey. Robbie shooting at that 3-pin. Needs the hook. Yep, he gets it. So he has spared every frame in game 4. And here comes Stephen McClanahan and Bill Hickey. Oh, Bill Hickey goes through the nose, leaves the 4-pin. Good shot from McClanahan, much better than the last shot. He gets back on track with a strike. Spare for Hickey. Brian McLeod with another strike. That's 6 in a row. A nice strike from NC. That'll bring up John Walsh and Robbie Adams. John Walsh with a 4-pin. Robbie leaves the 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. John throws it as 4. He spares up. Definitely needed that coming off an open frame. And Robbie gets the 1, 2, 4, can't get the 6, 10, so he'll open in the 6th. Nice strike from McClanahan. And Bill Hickey throws on lane 6. He gets himself a strike. That'll bring up Brian McLeod for his 7th. Oh, man. 10-pin for Brian. Looked like a good ball. Came in a little late. Brian throws it his 10-pin, gets it, and he spares up in frame 7. Good run for him. He has the front 6 and then goes 10-pin. And Matt Hodges goes to the nose, leaves the 3, 6. So he doesn't get his 9th. So it doesn't look like we're going to have a 300 on TV today. This NC leaves a 9-pin. John Walsh tosses on lane 5. Gets a strike in his 7th frame. His 3rd strike of the game. NC spares up. He had 4 in a row for that non-spare there. He's at 148 in the 6th. Got a 9 spare in the 8th. Oh, 7th. Eddie Zabrowski throws. Comes in light, leaves the 2 pin. Are you done bowling, Nick Penny? Eddie spares up. Robbie Adams going to have another spare opportunity. I believe as soon as that stop sign goes away, I believe. Oh, no, he opened last frame. He fouled on that ball. So he'll have all 10 pins to throw at again. Robbie misses right, leaves the 2-4-10 on that spare opportunity. Bill Hickey goes through the nose, leaves the 6-10. We are almost done here at the 2017 Honor Roll Tournament. Again, this is the 4th game of 4 games. Taking those 4 games, scratch scores, paying out top 3. First place is $600, second is $400, and third place is $200. Bill Hickey spares up. McClanahan throws. Good ball from McClanahan, believes a 10 pin. Nice spare from McClanahan. So he is struck 5 times, has an open, and has a 9 spare. McLeod tosses. Nice shot from McLeod. Strikes there. Gets that 10 pin out of his mind. Throws another strike in the 8th frame as NC is going to have a 7 pin to shoot at. Matt Hodges throws 3 in the 10th there, shoots 278. 11 strike, 278. John Walsh leaves a 10 pin he'll have to shoot. And Robbie Adams going to get up for his 8th frame on lane 5. Strike for Robbie Adams. First strike of the game. Spare for John Walsh. Brian McLeod going for his 9th frame. Leaves another 10 pin. Scott Hayes is done, Kim, and he shot 224 that game. He was C on lanes 21 and 22 that game. John Walsh leaves the 4 pin, and Bill Hickey has a 7 pin to shoot at. In C, Carlson his 9th, leaves a 10 pin, flat 10. NC spares up Eddie Zabrowski, throwing his 9th, looking to double here. He does double.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Okay.
Bill Hickey throwing his 2nd ball on the 10th. He struck on his 1st, leaves a 10 pin on his 2nd. He can spare here for a 205. Stephen McClanahan goes for the nose and somehow trips off the 3 and the 6. 3 and the 10, still has the 6 to shoot at. Brian McLeod looking to finish strong here. He gets that one really wide, misses right, leaves the 1, 2, 6, 8, 10. It's going to get real quiet. So the only pairs left are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Brian McLeod, he opens up, 2nd open in a row, only opens in the game, finishes at 225. That's rough considering he went front 6, 9 spare strike, and then open. Not as bad as a 106, but 225. And Bill Hickey finishes at 204. NC shooting at a 9 pin. He can spare here and strike for a 225. Blake Buffaloe with a 249 last game. That's an odd score. And John Walsh leaves a 4-pin for his first ball in the 10th. NC spares up, so again, he'll have a fill ball and can strike for 225. John Walsh spares up. NC 8 counts for that last ball, finishing at 223. John has a fill ball here. He can finish with a strike for 186. And John strikes in the fill. So he finishes game 4 at 186. Stick around when bowling's done. We are going to announce the winners right here in front of the camera. So again, stick around for a couple minutes while we get that ready. We got to get the scores verified. Shouldn't take but 5-10 minutes. And we'll announce our top 3. First place gets $600. Second place is $400. And third place is $200. And Brad Savage gets a participation award. How you been? You've been bowling good. Oh. Robbie's got a 2-4-10 to shoot at, and Eddie Zabrowski's got a 10-pin to shoot at. I'm 29 today. Thank you.
I know we were that different. I thought we were here. Well, I'll be 28.
I'd say you're basically.
I know. It's a year.
Math is hard.
No, a year, it's a month and 2 days.
Now Robbie Adams fouls again, finishes at 156 for game 4. And Eddie Zabrowski doesn't miss, leaves a 3-pin, finishes at 222. Stephen McClanahan strikes for his first ball in the 10th. He's at 200, can strike 2 more times for 220. That looks like another good one from Steven. It is double in the 10th. So one more ball here. Strike will put him at 220. He's at 210 right now. Again, once we're done, we have Steven here, a couple bowlers on 3 and 4, and one bowler on lanes 1 and 2 finishing up. As soon as they're done, we're going to announce the winners. We've got to get the scores into the system, verify them, and then we'll announce our winners. First place is $600. Second place is $400. Third is $200. Steven, 9 counts, leaves a 9-pin, finishes at 219 for game 4.
I got back to a 200 average.
Blake's excited because he got to a 200 average. It's much better than a 1-6, Steven. Again, our live stream pair just finished up. We're just waiting for 3 and 4 to finish. Got 3 bowlers. Soon as they are done, give us about 5 minutes and we'll announce the winners here in front of you. Which are you talking about, Fred? Talking about our live stream or the honor roll tournament? So these bowlers, they get in by shooting a USB sanctioned USB USB-C sanctioned honor score. So anything in league or sanctioned tournament at Buffalo Lanes has to be shot in a Buffalo Lane center in our leagues. So 11 in a row is 298, 299, 297. Any 11 in a row, 300, 800, 900. So all these bowlers, we had 69 entries today. We actually, we had a lot more. Well, not a lot more. We actually had only a few more honor scores throughout all of our centers. But it's a free entry to anybody that shoots honor score in a Buffalo Lanes league. And we give away $1,000, $600 first, $400 for second, and $200 to third. We do this every year, different Buffalo Lane center each year. And then the live stream, we try to live stream every tournament. So no matter if it's Junior Gold, which you do a lot for Junior Gold tournaments, and then our big tournaments, Ladies Labor Day Tournament, Honor Roll Tournament, Team Championship, I'll live stream the finals for Team Championship. Youth Championship, we live stream. So yeah, we try to do quite a bit for our bowlers. And this is just one of those perks. So if you're watching and you're not a Buffalo Lanes League bowler, come sign up. Leagues are about to form. Next couple of weeks, we'll have league meetings. We do several tournaments a year. We're actually going to be adding more tournaments. And this one's a free one if you shoot an honor score. Again, give us a couple more minutes. 3 and 4 just finished up. Ricky's got to get the scores in, verify them, and we'll announce our top 3 right here in front of you. Give us 5 minutes. I will be right back. Again, just waiting for scores to be verified, and then we'll announce the 3 winners here in front of you. Give us a couple more minutes. All right, here we go. Ricky Buffaloe Jr. He's got the checks in his hand. NC is going to be at the counter announcing. Again, we're paying top 3. First place is $600. Second place, $400. And third is $200.
All right, everybody, that was a great tournament. We're glad that you were a part of the Honor Score tournament here at Buffaloe Lanes in Irwin. Surely Orange County's finest bowling center. We had some really good scores. Our top 3 scores, we had to average about 250 to, want some money from the tournament. In third place is Ron Bass from Irwin with a very nice 997 series.
So in third place, Ron Bass from Buffalo Lanes Irwin. He wins $200, again, for a free tournament.
In second place, we have Nick Soprano.
Second place, our defending champion, Nick Soprano. So he doesn't defend his title, but comes in second place. Very close, wins $400.
And in first place, we have Randy McWilliams.
First place, Randy McWilliams out of Mebane. Mebane showing up, winning the tournament. Wins $600. So I will post full standings here soon. As soon as I get them, it'll probably be, if it's not in the next 30 minutes, it'll be sometime today. So again, our top 3, Ron Bass coming in third from Buffalo Lanes Irwin. Second place was Nick Soprano, who won last year at a Buffalo Lanes Cary. And in first place, Randy McWilliams at a Buffalo Lanes Mebane. Full standings will be posted online on the tournament page, and I'll share them on the Facebook pages, share it on Twitter as well. I thank everyone for tuning in. This is probably one of the best viewed tournaments I've had, so I appreciate it. That's probably all the bowlers. Nobody wants to listen to me. You just want to watch the bowlers. Anyways, our next tournament is the Ladies Labor Day Tournament in September. So tune into that, and I will see you guys later. Have a great day.